I want to talk about Ghost of Yotei for a little bit. And what brought me up was this article here. The devs talking about pushing creatively and technically with Ghost of Yotei. Now, I think this game is still going to be very good. I don't know why there was a little bit of pushback before. Maybe it's because the main actress was kind of very political, especially on her social media. But I don't think that matters as long as she doesn't do anything weird to the game. But I'm glad to see that the developers are talking about improving the gameplay, stealth, and storytelling by even more than what Ghost of Tsushima had. I personally thought Ghost of Tsushima was near perfect in everything. Stealth was great, the combat was great, the gameplay mechanics, well, the crafting and upgrading system could have been a little better, but that's beside it's whatever. The storytelling I thought was phenomenal. So, however they decide to improve whatever gameplay mechanic they want, I'm sure it could only get better. Storytelling is going to be hard. I don't know if lightning will strike twice for them, but they are a very competent directing team. Their producer is also very good. And the location they chose this time is Mount Yotei, which is the Ezo area of northern Japan, what we now know as Hokkaido. And apparently this is during the Edo period, 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima. So from what I've read and understood, samurai were losing a lot of power, and I'm curious to see how they'll implement that with Ghost of Yotei and how the story will work out. I've never really learned much about the north of Japan, so I'm actually pretty excited. A lot of people didn't like the idea that we were leaving Jin Sakai and starting a new story. I think his story ended perfectly. I thought it was a close and shut story. He goes off, gets rid of the rest of the Mongols, and lives the rest of his life living as a ghost to protect his people. An island, I think that was fine. I thought that's all I needed. I didn't need him to leave the island and do anything else, so I'm glad that they're choosing a different time period, flexing their creative juices, or flexing their creative muscles. Creative juices, what am I talking about? I'm losing my mind. So they did not change their directors. It's still going to be Nate Flox and Jason Connell, Brian Fleming producing. So you can still expect the same great minds working on this game. Why I mentioned that? The directing and producing positions are very important to how a game will turn out. If the directors had changed to someone who didn't really have any experience directing anything before, I would have been worried. But since it's still the same people who take their time to actually visit the location and learn the history, I am looking forward to what they do. I think it's going to be great. Unfortunately for Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ghost of Yotei will be coming out 2025. Luckily for them though, it's going to be only a PS5 exclusive, which is disappointing for me. Which means I won't be able to play it until it goes on PC. So I have to wait. That's the one thing that really annoys me about this. I really wish it did go to PC. That sucks. Can't wait to hear more about it. Everything that they showed already, it looked pretty good to me. The whole chain and sickle fighting style looked neat. I think it'll be a banger. I'm not worried. Okay, next one.
世界偽りの幸せで